What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League videos here in the Great League. We got some background music going on. Let me know what you think of it. I've gotten a couple comments where it's like, dude, we're sick of hearing you breathe into the microphone. Put some background music on. So we'll try this out. I know some people like when it's just my commentary with no music in the background, but hopefully it's low enough that you can still hear my voice here. In this video, I want to kind of give you some tips for how to run Haunter in Great League here. So Haunter, I feel like, is a very high skill cap Pokemon. It's definitely kind of high risk, high reward. And what you're going to find is that Haunter needs shields to function, and I find that it functions best when you have a significant energy advantage. So we're going to be going through a lot of these battles here, and I'm going to be kind of trying to highlight what my thought process is when I'm running Haunter. So for example, in this battle right there, you saw I brought my Haunter out on an extremely healthy defense Deoxys, but because I had two shields, I knew I was going to be able to commit to a very aggressive farm down. The Shadow Ball landed on the Swampert, which allows me to fast move it down, so I still have a Haunter with energy, and my opponent leaves the match there. So good game. Alright, this is amazing for me. I don't want to commit any shields in this opening matchup. I know the Toxicroak is going to go straight Sludge Bomb and be able to take this matchup, but that's fine with me. All I'm looking for right here is to get an energy advantage with my Haunter. They bring out a Alolan Raichu, so I'm going to throw the Hydro Pump to pressure a shield here. I do get the shield. Now I'm going to bring out my Haunter to aggressively farm this down. But the Volt Switch damage really hurts. But I don't want to have to expend any energy here, especially since my Haunter is running Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball. I'm okay committing two shields here. I pretty much have to at this point because I've committed to the farm down. We know the Toxicroak is out of energy. So let's see what my opponent's going to try to bring in to match this Haunter here. Oh my goodness, it's a Meganium, and because I'm running Sludge Bomb on this Haunter, this is going to essentially one-shot the Meganium. And with this huge energy advantage, there's nothing that the Meganium can do. This is going to one-shot it, and then the Toxicroak can't counter me down, and the Shadow Claws are doing so much damage. Toxicroak has to throw a Mud Bomb here, but I'm going to be able to bring out Registeel and just throw a Flash Cannon and take this. Totally fine. If you run Haunter in the lead, you should run Shadow Punch and Shadow Ball, but if you like to use it as a possible safe swap or energy gaining mon like I have been recently using it as, I definitely prefer Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball because it gives you coverage against those pesky dark types that are going to come out. Even against an Umbreon, even though that is a really horrible matchup, Sludge Bomb still does about 40% damage, so Mud Boy's in the back for this team, really, really bad. So I need to make sure that I eliminate that Whiscash. I'm going to bring out my Registeel onto this Azumarill because Registeel has such a poor matchup against the Whiscash. So this allows my Registeel to avoid the Whiscash, which is really good for me. Again, I'm okay with losing this matchup right here, but I will... Oh man, they're running Play Rough. I think this was the person that was running Play Rough Ice Beam. Yeah, I knew this was too soon to be a Hydro Pump. So, no need in committing a shield. I am in a significant... I have a shield deficit now, which is not good. But I will be able to take out this Azumarill. I don't anticipate them shielding at all. I'm going to have to try to... Okay, I was going to try to lock on farm that thing down. But now they get their Whiscash switch locked again. I'm going to save the energy on my Registeel. Bring out my Azumarill and dump this Hydro Pump onto the Whiscash. So this Whiscash is going to be very annoying because the Mud Bomb spam is so obnoxious. You really don't want to have to commit shields on one of these Mud Bombs because it just feels so bad shielding up a move that hardly does that much damage. But Whiscash is also really good at running out the switch clock. As you can see here, it's thrown 3 Mud Bombs before I can even get to a freaking Hydro Pump, which is really annoying. Let's hope that they let this go through. I really need this Whiscash out of here. They double shield it. And then they bring out their Azumarill and get it switch locked again. I'm totally fine with this. Ice Beam doesn't KO me. Now I'm going to bring out Haunter to get a running start on energy. And because I'm still up a shield, this is totally fine. Going to have to shield up the Mud Bomb. I'm going to be able to get to a Shadow Ball because I got a jump start on the energy off of the Azumarill. So I overfarm there just a little bit, and Sludge Bomb is actually going to be enough to take out this thing. So I reserve a little bit of energy, which is great because in the back is Skarmory, and I needed to hit this Shadow Ball right here. So it's a good thing that I overfarmed a little bit on the Whiscash and through the Sludge Bomb. That was very crucial. I have Registeel with a loaded Flash Cannon, so I just wanted the Skarmory to dump its energy onto this Azumarill. Worked out great for me, and then the Flash Cannon is going to be coming through. I'm going to be able to take this match right here. So I was only able to win that because I managed my energy well with Haunter. Whiscash is a huge problem for this team. Okay, Azumarill against Registeel. We see this all the freaking time. I tend to just go straight for the Hydro Pump here. And I'm still trying to decide the best way that I want to play out this matchup. I don't want to have to commit any shields in this matchup. Honestly, it's pretty rare that I see anyone run Registeel like with an Umbreon. So anytime I see a Registeel lead, I can safely assume that they're going to have an Azumarill there. I bring out my own Registeel here, which is a questionable play for sure. And I'm going to eat this first Thunder Punch. Again, I'm trying to reserve all of these shields for Haunter. But I should have brought Haunter into this matchup. Even though the Alolan Raichu had an energy advantage, I could have just double shielded and probably fast move farmed it down. But this Alolan Raichu is only going for Thunder Punch. And I lose the CMP tie here, which is not great. But that's okay. Haunter is going to be able to come out and once again get a jump start to its energy. I only had to tank one Volt Switch, which is really good. Out comes the Registeel again to pressure my shield. That's totally fine. That Registeel is almost in Shadow Ball range. Oh my goodness, and they have a Tropius. Sludge Bomb is going to do so much damage to this Tropius. And they let it go through. Huge mistake. We're looking really good against this Registeel here. Obviously, have to shield this up. And now I bring out my Azumarill to get to this Hydro Pump. What you notice there is I stored a Shadow Ball in my Haunter. Haunter is going to win CMP against pretty much every Pokemon in the Great League. So I stored the Shadow Ball. I got the shield down with the Hydro Pump on the Azumarill, so there was no way that the Registeel was going to win this match because I stored up that energy. So good game there. That's another thing I like to do sometimes when you're running glass cannons like this is store the energy in the back, and because you know you're going to win the CMP tie. So, all right, Vigoroth lead. Vigoroth, not super great against like my Haunter, but pretty good against my Registeel, so I do want this thing out of here. I'm going to charge up to the Hydro Pump and just go straight for the Hydro Pump and see how they want to play this out. And they let the Hydro Pump go through, which was huge, because now I can just probably get 2 bubbles, and that should be able to take out the Vigoroth. And I don't even have to eat another Body Slam. That's great. Oh, shoot. Out comes Swampert. Thank goodness this is Swampert and not Whiscash, because Haunter can hang with Swampert a lot better. And they let the Ice Beam go through. That's even better. That really solidified me this victory here. I'm going to let the Azumarill go down. Going to bring out Haunter. Fully commit to fast moving down this Swampert. As crazy as that is. I'm going to have to commit both shields, but I don't even care. Because Haunter with loaded energy, you're going to get those shields back anyways. Barely not able to get to a second Hydro Cannon. That was huge. It is a Registeel in the back. Thank goodness I still have this one shield. I'm just going straight Shadow Ball the whole way here. I just want to get the Registeel into Focus Blast range, which their Registeel is in Focus Blast range right now. So I just let that Focus Blast go through. That's totally fine. No matter what, I'm going to save my last shield for Haunter. They're going to have to decide on whether they want to shield this Focus Blast or shield the Shadow Ball, but either way, it's kind of a bad scenario for them. So, good game. This was the match that I actually got rank 6 yesterday, which is pretty exciting. And then my next set, I don't think I go as positive. I think I might even go negative, like 2 and 3. But you are running into more and more challenging opponents at these upper ranks, for sure. Another Azu-Reggie matchup. We see these all the time. So again, I typically just go straight Hydro Pump here. It's pretty risky to bait on the first move on a full health Reggie because none of the moves are going to be lethal. So most people tend to let the Hydro Pump go through. Just totally fine with me. And I'm not going to commit any shields here again. Again, I found that most people that lead Reggie don't tend to have an Umbreon in their lineup. I think House Stark might be running like a Reggie and Sableye core. So that is a little bit more troublesome. But Haunter can handle Sableye better than it can handle Umbreon for sure. They have their own Haunter. Oh my gosh. So we're just fast moving each other down. That eliminated that. And I have a Registeel. They have an Azumarill in the back. So I think I actually end up losing this match because my opponent successfully baits me here. Obviously, when shields are up, like your opponent is going to try to bait you, but it's too risky to let a Hydro Pump go through. So I do get baited there. Really not good. And just because that Azumarill was able to land that Ice Beam bait, this is going to be a positive matchup for them. It is going to be very close, especially if I can end up shielding one of the Hydro Pumps. It is going to make it very close, but because they successfully baited, this is not looking good. I do shield up that Hydro Pump, which is great, but I'm going to need 2 Flash Cannons plus a little bit extra lock-on damage, because that's just how ridiculously tanky this Azumarill is. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. Able to get to this Flash Cannon here, but the Hydro Pump's going to be coming through. Look how close that was. Man. Very close. Good games to my opponent there. Going up against Phantom Fog here. Amazing lead for me. Most people like to swap in their own Azumarill onto my Azumarill. So I need to watch for the swap. There it is. Gonna bring out Haunter. I'm pretty sure in the in all shielding scenarios, since I'm running Sludge Bomb, this is a good matchup for me. I will always commit 1 shield, and then you see me farming right up until the point where they get another Ice Beam there. That's very crucial, trying to maximize my energy from that. And I'm able to hit another Sludge Bomb, forcing this second shield. So I get both shields off the Azu, but they are going to commit to fast move farming me down, which is not ideal. That's okay though. We still have a shield advantage. Haunter was able to take both shields from that matchup, which is really good. I bring out Registeel here, which is a questionable play. And then not shielding this Hydro Pump is even more of a questionable play. Over farming here just a little bit. I know that this is just going to be an Ice Beam. That Azu is in Flash Cannon range, so I will throw the Flash Cannon now. And my own Azumarill is still very, very healthy. So I bring out the Azumarill. They have Registeel in the back. Pretty typical. All I need to be able to do is land an Ice Beam on that Altaria, but it's still not going to be enough to take it out because of how much health it still has. Flash Cannon is the thing that's going to do the most damage to me, so I will shield up the Flash Cannon. Now, ideally, I don't want to get hit by another Flash Cannon after this, but I do need to overfarm. So I'm going to overfarm just a little bit. Now I'm going to hit the Hydro Pump. Could have possibly gone for the Ice Beam and bubbled down, but I didn't want to risk getting hit by another Flash Cannon. Out comes that Altaria. Need to hit this Ice Beam here. Sky Attack is almost going to do enough damage to take me out there. It's getting pretty close. It's definitely getting close here. Now I bring out my Reggie, and I'm barely able to get to this Flash Cannon to be able to take this game. Good game. Haunter really pulled its weight there. It got both shields off of the Azumarill and gave me the advantage there. So, good job, Haunter. Great lead from me again. You need to watch for the swap into Azumarill. They're staying in here. They built up a sky attack first. That is very problemsome. That's not a word. Troublesome. This is a huge problem for me because if oh my gosh, if I have to commit 2 shields in this matchup, that sky attack is gonna destroy me. So I actually let this go through, knowing that it was a play rough, which was a huge call on my part because I saw that they got 6 bubbles through there. Out comes Whiscash. Oh my gosh. So I need my Azumarill to be squared up against this Whiscash. And I need the Reggie to be squared up against the Altaria. If they save both shields for their Altaria, this is a little scary because Altaria can beat Registeel in the 2 shield scenario. Especially since they let this Hydro Pump go through. It's a little scary. But I think we have this, especially since Haunter was able to regain switch advantage there. That was huge. That was huge, because if Reggie was lined up against Whiscash, we know it'd be horrible. I want to get some shields off of this Whiscash, but they saved both shields for their Altaria. So I'm going to just double shield my Azu and pressure shields with the Ice Beam, because that is the thing that is going to be more lethal than the Flash Cannon, and my opponent knows it as well. The Dragon Breath damage, hardly doing anything to Azumarill. You do double resist it. I just need to get those shields off of the Altaria, so I will shield up this Azumarill again. And then probably after this Ice Beam gets shielded, switch into my Registeel possibly. It's still going to take 2 Flash Cannons to take out this Altaria. No, I'm staying in here. I want this Altaria to have to dump its energy. And it's just enough to take me out. But Registeel can easily get to 2 Flash Cannons before this Altaria can Dragon Breath and Sky Attack me down. So this will be a pretty confident win here. Haunter regaining the switch advantage against the Azumarill was huge because it was all about alignment in this match. I needed my Azumarill to be on their Whiscash. I needed my Registeel to be on their Altaria, and we were able to make it happen. Alright. This is really good for me. I need to start chipping away at the Swampert, but I don't want to have to commit shields here. Let's see how I end up playing this. I'm just going for the Ice Beam because they are farming up so much freaking energy. I'm anticipating them to bait me here. Yeah, no shields. Even if it's a Sludge Wave, it's not going to be enough to take me out. No matter what, they have to hit a Hydro Cannon and a Sludge Wave, so I'm going to no-shield this. I know I'm going to barely survive to be able to get off this Ice Beam. Because I under-tapped there, that was huge because I under-tapped. Ice Beam goes through. This is great. Swampert farms me down a little bit, but that's fine. I'm going to have to commit 1 shield on my Haunter, but I'm going to be able to Shadow Claw this thing down before it can get to another Hydro Cannon. And again, I'm giving Haunter a running start on energy, which is huge. Out comes Altaria. Totally fine. Going straight for the Shadow Ball, and then I'm probably going to get out of here because the Dragon Breath damage is going to chip me down too fast. The Shadow Ball connects, which is huge. I bring out my Registeel. They have Meganium in the back. I just need to make sure that I correctly shield up the Earthquake. If I can shield up the Earthquake, this puts me in a very favorable scenario. So I'm going to oh boy, I let the Earthquake go through. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I just save this shield for Haunter, I can fast move down the Meganium and take this. So this is going to be a fast move win here. I'm going to shield up the Sky Attack, and the Shadow Claws are going to be enough to take out this Altaria. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the background music. It's kind of fun to have something going on in my ears. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.